welcome back, folks. I'm Fritz, I run the channel. Today we are doing more historic Brawl, and today's commander is Shadowheart, Sharren Cleric, and since it's a specialized commander, it has a variant, and the variant we are using is Shadowheart, Cleric of Order. I'll go over this card real quickly, and then I'll go over the rest of the deck, because this is a combo deck. It's not a particularly good combo, but it's there. It does its thing. So, Shadowheart, Sharren Cleric is a 2-drop for 2/2 with Death Touch. It has Specialized 2, but you can only activate its Specialized ability if one of the players in the game has 13 or less life. At the beginning of your end step, it deals 1 damage to each player. The Specialized variant for black is Death Touch, Lifelink, and same conditional, but just a 4/4 for stats. And the one that we care about is this. It's a black-white, doesn't matter too much. Death Touch, beginning your end step, Shadowheart, Cleric of Order, deals 1 damage to each player. Whenever you lose life during your turn, create a 2/2 White Knight token. So this is the first part of the combo. The second part of the combo sits right over here. It is Yawgmoth, Thran Physician. Yawgmoth lets us sacrifice a creature to put a +1/+1. So pay 1 life, sack a creature, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature, draw a card. Tap to proliferate, blah, blah, blah. The important part here is we can pay life to sack another creature to draw a card. Mostly just the pay life, sack another creature. And the third part of the combo, there's actually quite a few of them. But let's go pick a good example. The primary one is something like Blood Artist. So whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So it's a 3-card combo. We get Shadowheart, Cleric of Order out. And then we pay life to trigger this to summon a 2/2. When the 2/2 gets summoned, we can then sack it with Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth sacking it causes us to lose life and summon another 2/2. And each time we do this, because we have Blood Artist out, our opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. We have a couple other Blood Artist equivalents, including things like Cruel Celebrant. Meathook Massacre can technically work if we are ahead in life by the time we start the combo. But the big one is Yawgmoth, since we only have 1 copy of him. So, as a result, the rest of this deck is actually pretty aggro. Honestly, I don't think there's too many people who watch my stuff super consistently, but I took the earlier version of this deck to a Historic Brawl tournament and got second, which I think was pretty funny, given that I hadn't ever run the deck before. So if you want to see that video, it's like 4 hours long live stream, but it's over on the channel. It's not clickbait. I really did take a deck that I'd never played before. But that's basically the core of this deck. Everything else, things like Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, everything else is to sort of try to keep us in the game, keep things going. There's also a fair amount of search. I think we have at least 2 pieces of... Yeah, we got Grim Tutor, and we have Cruelty of Gix. Is there anything else? At this point, there's a lot less search than there was originally. But our goal, basically, we have a fair amount of just value, lots of little value removal since we are in black-white, so we can run things like Dire Tactics and Despark. We've got a fair number of board wipes. We've got Blood on the Snow, Farewell, Undo Inversion. And then in land, the only interesting thing here is I'm still trying to run Thran Portal. In this deck, it's actually good because trying to hit this threshold is surprisingly difficult. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the deck. Let me just fire this up. And as soon as it finishes loading, and we'll jump into some games with it. I know I'd planned this stream for Friday originally, and then I'd kind of just completely forgot that I actually had a wedding that I was supposed to go to. One of my cousins was getting married, and it turns out that you can't stream from the middle of a wedding. So anyway, it got rescheduled for today. Wedding was cool. I'm not really a huge party person, honestly. I spent a decent amount of it and just sort of chilling. Let me see, unless you control 2 or more other lands. Just chilling around. I'll keep this. And relaxing. Partway through, I just kind of went out and sat in... Let's get white. Went out and sat in the... I had like a little fire pit that was outside that was nice. Enters tapped, unless you control 2 or more others. Oh, I meant to tap that at the end of last turn. Let's do Sunlit Marsh this turn. Full control, next. I want to be tapping this just to spend the life. But yeah, I spent part of it, just went outside, picked up a blanket they had, sat near the fire pit, just sort of relaxed out there. The cake was delicious. The wedding cake was really tasty. Most of them was really tasty. Some of the cake, there was an Oreo. It's not that, okay, none of the cake was not tasty. It's just some of the cake was tastier than the rest of the cake. Specifically, they had this incredible Oreo cake that was just, and then there was also a raspberry cake. I didn't try, there were like 5 different cakes. They weren't like full-fledged, like it was that thing where you don't get like a massive, massive, do I think this person, they'll put a 1/1, it'll become a 2/2, they'll swing in. I need to just hold dire tactics, I think. Anyway, the point about the cake is that there were like 5 smaller cakes. It wasn't one giant wedding cake. Because I know sometimes people will do that instead. But they didn't do that. They had a bunch of little smaller cakes, and then they had a bunch of little tiny slices of cake. And I tried like 2 of them, because at that point I'd already had like, you show up to the wedding, right? And there's like little snacks, and there's other little things. And you just have like, oh yeah, I'll have some of this, I'll have some of that, I'll have some of this, I'll have some of that. And all of a sudden you've eaten like just a bucket of food. What do we play here? Let's go with Elite Spellbinder. Classifications. This is a... What do I not want to deal with? Probably Rabid Bite. Or Pelt Collector. Honestly, none of these I'm thrilled about. Let's make Classification just very useless. I think is probably the best choice here. And we'll play... I'm going to play Undo Inversion. But yeah, so cake at the wedding was very good. I did dance a little bit. It's not really my thing. But it's a wedding, right? You want to just... You want to be part of it. You want to try to... You want to try everything, right? Ceremony was very nice. But as a result, you can't really stream from someplace like that. Let's do that. Let's do Restoration. Go grab that. No attacks and turn. We can almost specialize and start the rest of this combo. There was some other funny stuff that happened at the wedding, but best man speech was really good. There were 2 best men, 2 best women. So they both had pretty good speeches. The parents, the bride and the groom, the father on both sides, played some music. That was fun. I don't know. It was a fun time. You may discard a card when you do. Return target permanent to or less. We don't have the rest of... Let's play you. Alright. I have to have a little bit less life to actually start the rest of that combo. I think that's everything. No, I can only specialize at game. Would you... Okay, that's a... Okay, my client's being a little wonky. My bad. Not exactly playing around with what I would have liked. There we go. Activate only if the player has 13 or less life. Wireless Provisioner. Pelt Collector. There's very few big costed stuff in here. I'm not sure how much value I can get out of Elspeth Conquers Death. Do I just board wipe? How much snow mana do I have? 2? They'd have Ochre Jelly. Let's create that treasure token. Next to combat. I don't think any of these have reach. But the wedding was nice. And today has been kind of low-key. I streamed some more Dome Keeper earlier. That was fun. I went running this morning. New record for personal best for how fast I can run 3 miles, which was cool. It's weird. I often feel like I need to be doing stuff just all the time, or I'm doing something wrong. It's a little aggravating. So, what are we gonna see here? Probably Rabid Bite. Rabid Bite sorcery speed. We're gonna have to see if they know the right target for Rabid Bite, because it deals damage equal to its power. The right target is Blood Artist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright. Take action. Decline. I want you to stay specialized. Ooh, I can... I'm gonna Vanishing Burst something here. I'm not sure what. And now I just need to figure out how I want to do blocks. Okay, so I don't have to block everything. Pelt Collector, there's not much purpose to blocking. Let's just block you, and... Is there anybody else I can block without you? Yeah, that's fine. I think I have lethal? Isolated Chapel does not enter tapped. Can I survive one more turn? I think I can. Alright, so I need... If I swing with everything, except Blood Artist. I think this is lethal, right? I've got 6 in the air, and then I just Blood on the Snow. Yeah. Destroy all creatures. And that's game. Yeah. So that's pretty much... Like, so that's obviously not the combo, but that's kind of how this deck ends up actually playing most of the time. Is that the combo is a little overkill. I had, I think, one game in the tournament that I played this in where I actually got the combo off. But outside of that one game, I didn't usually need it or rely on it. I will say that the deck that has just constantly scrapped me in any of these Historic Brawl tourney events has been Kinnan. So I gotta find some actual tech or ways to deal with that card. Like, I kind of know, I believe what the tech is, and I've added it back in. This is pretty bad. We're gonna mulligan this. This is less awful. Who's our opponent? Killian, and okay, so it's okay. I'll keep. It's super cheap. Yeah, so it's probably aggro. I probably should have dug for... Doesn't make much sense to trade, unfortunately. No blocks. Decline. No attacks. Since we have the extra land for next turn, I'm not as worried. I need to start making treasure so I can use Farewell, though. I need to try to get them to commit to a heavy board state before I get 100% choked out and be able to use Farewell. Ideally, I'll be able to get them to play Lurrus first. That's fine. I'll play Terramorphic Expanse for right now. I'll go fetch a swamp, I think. The one big issue I had with this deck in the tournament, and then even a little bit afterwards, and it's sort of why there's a couple weird cards in here, is just getting enough land to actually do stuff. It is surprisingly hard. Like, more than it really feels like it should be. Yep. Let's do that. And let's go get another... Oh, I should go get another... What am I talking about? Another swamp. I need to go get another plains. I'll play that right there, and... Next. No attacks and turn. I got Heartless Act if I have to use it. To damage target opponent or planeswalker. Tap target creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Let's take some bait. Interesting. So they returned it to hand. So either that was offhanded or they don't think that they can play Lurrus this turn. Yeah, they don't have another land, I think. Let's do that. Shattered Sanctum. I really, like, I think they know that I have a board wipe, right? And that's why they're being so cautious. All right. Let's... I don't actually need to hit all graveyards. I just need to get rid of Lurrus. And I can actually go fetch a really good board tool in just a second. Okay, no, I can't anymore. Probably not too surprising that they don't want me to do that. Alright, let's do this. Permanence mana value 1/1/1. Target creature or enchantment. Not the best position to be in at the moment. Hopefully they're going to do something to blow up Sharren. It's also possible that they just already know the combo and they're like, okay, I can see where this is going, and they're not going to try to let me get it off. I can't. Need like to spend a little bit more life. Let's play this. I need to lose one more life. Come on, play Lurrus. Lurrus of the Dream Den. Pretty sure that's not how it's actually pronounced. Companion is such an interesting mechanic, but it's kind of a shame that it's like never gonna actually be a thing because it was just so broken when it got released. I think it might be the single mechanic in like the 10 years of playing Magic that got nerfed as badly as it did. I should have probably discarded something else. I should have just taken that damage. I wish this person was less patient. Oh, hey, that's what I was looking for. Oh, I could have specialized. I should have specialized. This at least should be useful. Well, attached. This isn't a creature. I just need you to play this. But I'm probably just chipping myself down faster than I'm dealing anything to them at this point. I can start using Guardian of New Benalia and the Knights to punch in, I think. This is turning into quite a long game, honestly. There we go. so I want to get rid of all 81, 79, all creatures in graveyards. I may as well get the scry off first. There's Yawgmoth. Alright. Now, hopefully, because their deck is so cheap, they don't have a huge amount of stuff they can just swarm the board with out into Night of Soul's Betrayal. But, you know, they also just might. That could just be a thing that happens to me. I could do... I think this is better. Yawgmoth kind of warrants an answer. Oh wait, that's a human. I'm dumb. Let's see. Night of Soul's Betrayal is the Kinnan tech card. Though, if I don't have a way to get life, I'm probably just gonna burn myself out very quickly. Okay. Hey, that's what I need. I think that's... Is that the combo? Yep, that's the combo. Fair enough. But yeah, so that's the semi-infinite combo right there. It's kind of difficult to get out. I think, how long should the stream go for today? I think I will... Stream will go until I finish all of my dailies. I think that's a good... That's a good timing window, right? Man. So the other thing I've been trying to do recently is I've been meaning to like start working out, right? Nothing fancy, just do a really simple workout. And so I've been trying to figure out like where to go to work out, and unfortunately the only place that's anywhere near me, like the only gym anywhere near me, is Planet Fitness. And my understanding is that Planet Fitnesses are kind of terrible. So I've been trying to avoid that, but there isn't any... I legit can't find anywhere else. So it's probably going to end up being Planet Fitness. which is a little unfortunate. I don't know. I can keep looking. Like, there's other places near me. Like, there's a college near me, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can use theirs or if they've got, like, a community member plan. No. It's like, oh, if you live in these sets of streets that are within half an inch of the college, we will allow you in our infinite graciousness to purchase a plan for our gym. But because the college is there, right, like, there's nobody's going to open another gym near me. And the other place that's near me that would, in theory, be like a workout place that I've gone sort of before. Oh, are you serious? Turn 1 Liliana? That's unfortunate. So, I gotta get rid of that in, what, 3 turns, or I just lose? That's unfortunate. I think I can do it. So it goes up to 4, it goes up to 5, it goes up to 6. There's no counter spells. So I just gotta pop Borrowed Time on turn 3. Discard a card. I have to give up everything that's not, so I guess we'll give up this. Terramorphic Expanse. Let's go get another swamp. Not ideal. The only bright side of this is we're playing against black, so the amount of actual enchantment removal they have is probably pretty minimal. But, I think it'd be cool to have a set of magic cards with only the alt art, but maybe that's just me. I guess I'm the last person they should listen to for card suggestions, given that I don't play the physical game anymore. On the other hand, maybe they should listen to me since I don't play the physical game. They could be like, yeah, why'd you stop spending hundreds of dollars on our lifestyle game? Why did I stop spending money on playing as much Magic? It was mostly work. Not that, like, work was like, hey, you can't play Magic, but when I was traveling for work, it's not really possible to find places to play Magic, especially if on Thursday you're going to be flying, and on... what do I give up here? I think I give up a swamp. Yeah. I don't think it's game over yet. I'm surprised this person hasn't cracked the +1. That is very ballsy of them if they're going to choose to not do it just to save whatever's in their hand. They've already thrown a ridiculous amount of stuff away. Yeah. Let's go with Despark. There's no good targets for it. Borrowed Time. And I bet this black deck is going to ask to get that back, because I really doubt that you have enchantment removal, and we're now both in top deck mode. They haven't chipped me as hard as they could have. I will probably have to, instead of doing the combo this game, I think I'll probably have to go for the black Shadowheart Specialize for the lifelink. But we'll have to see. That's not great. They have 4 mana, which I don't love. Let's hold Viconia. Let's do Sharren this turn. What do they have in their graveyard? What do I have in my graveyard? What's the white Specialize? Cast for free, and the black Specialize is 2/2. Well, they can't swing in with Jadar anymore, and they're at least 1 turn off of the Blood Artist. So I think I'll do Phyrexian Scriptures next turn. Though that gets rid of everybody's graveyards at the end, doesn't it? No, does it just get rid of theirs? Just gets rid of their graveyard. Yeah. Are they gonna just do the -2? They probably will, right? Take action. I gotta stop this thing that they're doing. Submit 0. I will give up Godless Shrine. I've got a lot of mana, though. There's Knight of Souls Betrayal. A little late. Can I... Grab for 1. What would I grab? Grab Jadar. Specialize into black. Play for 2. Specialize for... Grab for 1. Specialize for 2. Get the copy. They don't have quite the mana, I think, to actually maintain this. So we'll just have to see what happens. They'll grab... The other option is play Shadowheart. Alright, could you hurry up with your triggers? Thank you. Exile target card from a graveyard. I can't specialize into white, so we'll just specialize into black. They can either use the +1 and lose Liliana, or use the -2, get rid of Viconia, but I still got their copy of Jadar. Each player discards a card. Yep. Still haven't lost yet. Though it's definitely not in a great position. Fuck me, are you serious? Well, there goes their graveyard at least. Let's do this. Less than awesome. 5, 6, they have the 7. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. Then they repeat this process for enchantment and planeswalker. Alright. Can't use Sharren anymore. That's unfortunate. I don't have any more tricks. I think I just lose here, unfortunately. Still, it was fun to get to show off that combo earlier. So they can just do that, and then I can't play... They'll just do the -1. Yep. Huh. Maybe it's not all completely over yet? Ah, that might be it. I would go up one, I would lose one. But it's not a guaranteed loss yet, so let's keep playing. I think that's the thing about this deck that's kind of frustrating, is trying to actually, like, balance where your life is supposed to be at with it is pretty difficult. Maybe I should run Castle Lochthwain. Am I not already doing that in this list? I should check in a moment. Okay. So, my only hope of anything resembling a comeback is to do this. This version doesn't get mounts or anything. Next turn they have basically infinite mana, which is unfortunate. And it means they can just do the -2 and force me to sack this. Whenever it deals damage to a player. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I can't play this anymore. I don't think there's any single card that gets me out of this, but it's definitely not that one. End turn. Another good card for this would probably be the Phyrexian Arena. Would probably work much better in this than some of the other stuff I have. Maybe I should try crafting that. I've held off on crafting it just because I don't love it, basically. I think is the best way to put it. Okay, so Castle Lochthwain, Dreadhorde Invasion. I think I ran that at one point, didn't I? Why wouldn't you... If you're not going to just take lethal, I'll fight you for it. That's why, because you want to get your emblem. Because you're so fancy. Well, I'm not going to let you. You can just kill me properly, friend. Instead of trying to taunt me. That's what I would prefer. How do I have 3 views, but it only ever shows 1 viewer? This game is very strange like that sometimes. Hey, Professor Onyx. So you're gonna do the +1 and make me lose 3 life, right? Sometimes I kind of... There we go, finally. Sometimes I kind of regret doing the never concede a game on stream thing, but I think it's better. Just as a general thing, it's better. It's just obnoxious when you run into people who are not willing to let it just go. So let's do one more. A couple more, actually, probably games with this, honestly. Jump right back in. We've got the combo off once, which I think is kind of fun. This one's going to be Yarok the Desecrated, which is double ETB triggers. Yarok's kind of neat. Not my favorite thing to play against. Hey, we got Thran Portal, though. Let's keep... I think this is decent. Choose the land type. It's the chosen land type. I wonder if it counts as a swamp for the purposes of Dread Presence. Plains. Vanishing Verse is probably not fantastic, actually, in this matchup. Let's do that. Turn 3 will be Bojuka Bog. Turn 3 will be Bojuka Bog. Turn 4 will be Fabled Passage. Into Wandering Emperor? Not sure yet. Yarok, the Desecrated. I can't get rid of... Oh, I could get rid of the Goose. Is it worth just burning the Goose down? This is one of those weird situations where the answer is probably yes. Because if I don't, then they've got 5 and they can play Yarok this turn. But if I do, since they can't play Yarok this turn, I get one more turn to try to dig for something else. Perfect universe would be Lotus Cobra. Yeah, that's not ideal. But they probably won't chump with Lotus Cobra. 1, 2, 3. Skyclave Relic. Let's go get another Plains. And with one more Plains... Alright, everything else I can kind of just sit on for the moment. Let's just play this now. So we'll probably see Yarok, and then 3 more mana from Lotus Cobra, and then Solemn Simulacrum. It's going to be my prediction. We'll see how all this works out. There's Guardia's Mirror Lake. Oh, I hate Kogla. Just gonna remove that forever. And punch them in the face. Can always get Dread Presence back. I don't have enough for Blood on the Snow yet. That could be a problem. We'll have to see if we get anything cool. Settle the Wreckage, I think, is good. I'd like to keep that in hand as long as possible. They could just play Yarok. Like, or maybe they think that I'm still sitting on more removal. Which is not a bad thought. It's not correct in this situation, but... I feel like they could play... Maybe they don't have any good targets for Yarok. Casualties of War. Nope, they were just picking out what to blow up. Move your commander to the command zone. Yep. Casualties of War is an annoying card. We gotta see Yarok now. This is usually the point at which a Yarok deck can just sort of take control of the game. Which is not ideal for me. But... This is instant speed. Let's give up Settle the Wreckage. And turn. Alright. It's only when it enters the battlefield, so if they commit to something big... For each mana value, and a 3 or greater, which is going to be 1. So instead of getting 4 cards, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of getting 4 cards off that, they get 1 card. I think that's good. Furfolk Bandwagoner. 1, 2, 3. Can I get anything good for 3? Not really. Yeah, I should replace one of these snow-colored swamps with a Locthwain, I think. That's probably a good choice. Yep. And they gave it reach. Kicked. I am punting you directly into the graveyard. I could still win this pretty easily, actually, if I top deck something like Blood Artist. Oh, I should have tapped the Thran portal for another. Yep. Do I just reset? I think I do this. So I've got 5, 4, 4, 1. That's got lifelink. So I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. I need 4 more damage. Put it on, put it on top or put a land and put the rest into your graveyard? Landfall trigger. So shouldn't there be 2 triggers of Cavalier, or did it do them both already? Alright. I need 4 more damage somehow. There's a fair number of cards that could do that. Let's see if we can find any of them, though. What time is it? 6:30? 7 o'clock? Oh. Don't love that. This could take a while. Actually, they just played everything in their hand. Screw good strategy. I'm wiping the board next turn. Except when it dies, you may put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library, and the card that they will choose to get is Muldrotha of the Gravetide, and then it will just replay everything again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have to wipe the board next turn, I think. I don't think there's a single card that would win me the game off a top deck here. Actually, they're only at 8 life. Oh. They're only at 8 life. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Them's the bricks. I'll take it. Still counts. I think it was, yeah, they played Turn Timber Serpentine Wood, and they paid... They played Turn Timber, and they paid the life to have it enter untapped, so they could play the Planeswalker. Alright. You're at 15 of 20 for my achievements. How long has the stream been going? 56 minutes? That, honestly, I think that's a good win. That's a good one to end the stream on. So, I just turn that off real quick. So, actually, that means there's one more part to the stream before we end everything. So, I need to go very quickly get a screenshot of Sharren so we can put it on the tier list. Though, to be fair, putting Sharren on the tier list like this is a little unfair, because most of the time when I build these decks for the specialized cards, I look at each of the cards that are available. I look at each color that's available. I go, okay, this would work well here, or this wouldn't work well there. And I try out each of them. And this is not what I did with this one. With this one, there was somebody on Reddit who had this combo posted, and they're like, oh, what's the best way to get this combo to work? So, instead of trying out everything, I was like, all right, let me see if I can make the Aristocrats combo work. Stream assets, MTG Brawl cards. Wait, no, it's going to be in tier list, Baldur's Gate, Sharren.jpg, and then if we just set this up and transition right over. Nope, not you. Tier list Baldur. There we go. And I just need to add it real quick. Image. Oh, and I need to grab the... So one of the things that I probably could fix, but I haven't figured out how to yet, is how to... There we go. Sharren.jpg. Sharren.png. Okay. Sharren, Shadowheart Cleric. I really like this card. I think... So, as always, this tier list is not a... It's a holistic tier list. It's not a... This is truly the height of power. This is truly the height of weakness. It's how much do I enjoy the card myself. I'm going to say Sharren is A tier. It's not powerful enough to be... It's not powerful enough to be S tier, but it's fun enough that even though I'd say it's probably similar in power to a bunch of B tier cards, I think it's fun enough and interesting enough that it gets bumped up to A, even though it might not necessarily have the implicit power. The other side of it is that I haven't actually looked at two of the other colors. I think that the green one's pretty lame. I think that the red one and the blue one actually seemed interesting. So that is all I got for today. As always, if you like my stuff, please subscribe. If you don't like my stuff, please comment and give me feedback. Something like the video. The algorithm is a cruel and fickle mistress, and we are all bound to the whims of fate. So anything you do that makes the algorithm goes, ah, yes, clearly this is good content, is always appreciated. If you have any other feedback, please let me know. I'm always trying to get better at this. And yeah, that's all I've got. So until next time, take care.